Podcasts are hot right now. How do I know? Well, you're listening to one right now, aren't you? But you might be wondering, how on earth do I get my voice out there and start my own podcast? It all seems so intimidating. Between hosting and platforms and monetization, it can get real complicated real quick. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We started this podcast over 2 years ago, not knowing clue one on how to do it. So how do we do it? We did it with Anchor. Anchor is the free podcast app with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And everybody likes money, right? Well, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to Anchor FM to get started. It's the eCommerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart, Mroz, and John Suder. The eCommerce Minute is a production of SUMO Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's eCommerce Minute episode 633.
In today's episode, Shopify Capital lends a hand to small businesses.
Shopify says that small businesses can have a little bit of money as a treat. But in all seriousness, it's no secret that starting a business can be extremely difficult. Even with the best ideas, some amazing entrepreneurs still struggle to secure initial financing to kickstart their businesses. That's why the Canadian e-commerce company is making things a little easier for anybody who wants to become an online merchant by announcing the launch of starter loans. The service is being offered through Shopify Capital, which is the unit that offers financing to its online sellers. It enables new merchants to get an initial loan of $200 when they sign up to Shopify and link their bank account. The money can be used to build a brand, add inventory, or to begin marketing. The idea is to empower even more people to use their platform to hawk their products or services. The starter loans will be initially available to merchants in 14 states. Shopify stated that eligible merchants will be invited to apply for the loans by authenticating and linking their bank accounts to Shopify. Funds will then be deposited directly into their bank accounts. Entrepreneurs will be expected to repay the loans automatically as a fixed percentage of their Shopify store's daily sales. Repayment will also include milestone payments of $38 every 60 days until the total amount is repaid. But if the merchant doesn't make any money, Shopify doesn't come looking. Interest that a borrower pays is based on the e-commerce platform's underwriting, but the company says it expects the majority of borrowers to pay a rate that is in the very low teens. The loan program is the latest product for Shopify Capital, which was launched in April 2016. And since then, it has advanced more than $750 million in loans.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Chalk one up for the small guy.
Isn't this Andrew Yang's entire political platform?
Free money.
Well, it's not really free money.
Come on,
really people.
There's no
they're giving stuff out so that you're on their platform and selling on their platform.
Well, it's the drug dealer analogy. You know, I give you a little taste and then you're going to come back for more. I think this is great for someone who knows enough to get their act together and put something up on either Shopify or Squarespace or something like that. They choose Shopify. That, you know, maybe they need a kickstart. And I've read some of the articles. It says like $200 can really make a difference. Mm-hmm. So for instance, you are let's just use the generic example. You're the mom who starts the candle company in her basement. She needs a logo. $200 will get you a good logo. Or $200 will buy you some Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever. Something that you don't have, something that will kickstart it. And the best part of this is that you're not like on the hook. It's like, okay, your $400 is now due in 2 weeks. They're going to take it out of your Shopify revenue. Mm. Hopefully you're making revenue to pay the loan back, but we're not talking astronomical sums of money. We're talking about small businesses. We're talking mom and pops that could really use this little boost to get started. And it's very smart for Shopify because it keeps you in the ecosystem and hopefully you'll make more money with them. So I think everybody wins in this one.
Yeah, I think it's cool because if you're going to work hard, I think everyone deserves a little kickstart.
Everybody deserves a little money as a treat.
As a treat.
Okay.
So Shopify is expected to overtake eBay soon and trail closely behind Amazon in sales volume. We need to talk about eBay at some point in the future. So let's put a pin in that one.
Wait, that still exists?
It's not. I don't think it's doing great.
They became a full-on shop now, but Shopify, I guess by volume, it's hitting there. But
yeah, I mean they're two different animals. But if you're going to go sell something, you know, if you're going to sell like old baseball cards and dirty T-shirts that you do that on eBay. But if you're selling a product, obviously you're gonna want to.
I mean,
You're gonna want to have it on your own platform. I mean, it always sounds like a great idea at first. It's like, well, I'll just use this third-party service. But once the fees start adding up, and then you're in a crowded field, it almost makes sense to put the effort in to start your own.
Yeah, I mean, John, but I think you're thinking of old school eBay, which still happens on it. Oh, there's a lot more just regular shops on eBay.
Oh, of course, that's what they want it to be,
right?
And now I think it's backfiring a little bit. Maybe. Because they still have that eBay stigma.
Yeah.
I've been selling on eBay since 1999, so I've seen the ups and downs and everything. I haven't sold crap on eBay lately because it's just so crowded with all of these people who probably also have the same products on Amazon, who are also just pushing through just tons of garbage. That it's just crowded. It's just crowded now. But I think eBay is always going to be that like the redheaded stepchild when it comes to this stuff, because their identity has always been kind of muddy. They were always thought of as like the place you buy the old dirty T-shirts,
Yeah.
Right. Counterfeit and
counterfeit, or when the guy orders the iPhone and is it like just a brick inside of the box?
Yeah, literally. Of
course, that happens on Amazon too.
Always used to get me like makeup off of eBay growing up because they hated me. I guess I don't know.
All the stuff that was recalled.
And yeah, exactly. And like all the stuff that could like literally make your eyes fall out, but it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. It wasn't like I got this one like naked palette that was supposed to be from Urban Decay, and it was literally like the clothed palette. Like it was not
okay.
But we stand eBay for what she is.
She is what she is, and I think the future is a little blurry for eBay. But under a new incentive program through Amazon, they said they would fund up to $10,000 in startup costs and provide 3 months of pay to any employee who decides to make the jump and to start their own company, which I think is pretty cool. And we also reported on they were going to finance. Bart, you remember this one we did last year? They were going to finance if you wanted to be a driver, they would finance your trucks.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. No, I like these funding kind of things because it gives people who have the ambition and the talent and the drive and the energy, but not the money.
Yeah.
And I mean, Lyft is doing that too.
Will finance the car.
Yeah, you can rent like you can rent it from them, but it's definitely we can talk about that at some point. But I've talked to the drivers, especially in Philly, because in Philly you see a lot of those New York plates. They're just rental Lyft cars. That's all it is.
Interesting.
Gotcha. Pretty interesting. All right, we'll close this one with the usual stat time. Shopify merchants generated more than $2.9 billion with a B in sales worldwide during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. It's also very interesting. If you're listening to this next year, go tune in on Black Friday. You can see the live sales on a map through Shopify. It's super interesting watching these transactions happen live. That dollar amount is up 63% from last year's $1.8 billion. That is from Shopify. And Shopify's share price has climbed 600% in the last 3 years. That's awesome. And in the last year, Shopify's value has grown 180% to $45 billion, according to Yahoo Finance. Do not ignore Shopify. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at SUMO Heavy.